Lindenwold Lions. This is Dr. O'Neill, the very proud Lindenwold School District Superintendent, and welcome to this episode of the Lions Minute. Like many schools in our country, state, and across our county, at times we find ourselves struggling with student behavior. We are not alone. Schools in Camden County, Gloucester County, and Burlington County have all made the news for these issues over the past 2 years. Speak with any teacher or any administrator anywhere, and they will echo the same concerns. Even embedded in national data, you can observe a sharp increase in violent gun-involved occurrences since 2021. It may not be pleasant to discuss or what we want to hear, but it is the reality that we are living right now. So, what is Lindenwold Schools doing about the uptick that is noted in every school system since our return from COVID? Well, first and foremost, this is not a problem that schools can solve alone. For example, social media is often involved in many disheartening situations, and schools need help from our families and the community in regard to this issue. However, there are things that Lindenwold School District is doing. First and foremost, you can find all of our safety information on our safety pages. Go to our main website, then click on the Parents tab, then click on the Safety tab. Our website can be translated into your preferred language by clicking at the top and changing your language preference. On this page, you will find several important items. 1. The anonymous Stop It app and website information. This is a reporting tool that you can use to report anonymously concerns to the school. You can also find all of our drill information along with our practices. You will be able to report a HIB by visiting our harassment, intimidation, and bullying page. You can learn on this page the HIB process, and yes, it is a long and very involved process. You will also be able to locate this video and our presentation from our January 2024 community meetings. Finally, you will be able to find information to explain why certain practices are in place. For example, why do we not allow Uber to deliver food? The reason? It's unsafe. Why do we not allow hoodies to be worn in common areas in our school? For example, in the cafeteria, the auditorium, or the hallways. Why? Because it creates a safety hazard. We need to be able to see everyone clearly on our camera system, and hoodies block our view. This compromises students and staff safety. We outline what we consider weapons on this page, and yes, we do consider pepper spray to be a weapon, along with knives and slingshots and stun guns, air guns, and anything that could be assembled into a weapon. We also review why it's important to not turn to social media during times of challenge and concern. This is where rumors take place. Rumors have the potential to create a safety hazard within the community and a false community alarm. There's a lot of helpful information on our website and on these specific web pages. However, we have done much more than develop a website full of information. Since 2021, many safety and security procedures have been put into place. Not only have we appointed a new district safety specialist, Mrs. Adrienne McManus, our Director of Special Services, and our Twilight Program Director, we have also added additional staff to assist in safety management. This year, we added an additional assistant principal at the middle school. This assistant principal is housed on the second floor. We now have one assistant principal for grades 5 and 6 and one for grades 7 and 8. We added a supervisor of athletics at the high school, so our 2 assistant principals at Lindenwold High School could be dedicated to our student population in their respective areas. We have had 2 school resource officers assigned to our middle and high school. However, in 2021, we added a Class 3 officer for our elementary schools. So what does that mean? It means that we have a Lindenwold police officer assigned to our middle school and another Lindenwold police officer assigned to our high school, and a Class 3 officer who actually happens to be our retired Lindenwold police chief to our elementary schools. These 3 officers are present on our Lindenwold campuses every day. I mentioned this before, but now we have a website and an app that is posted on our district website on the front page and our school safety page that students, families, and our community can access. This website can be downloaded onto your phone to use as an app, too. You can choose to identify yourself, or you can choose to be completely anonymous when you report your safety concerns. Your report is immediately sent to our administrative phones and emails. In addition, let's say it's the weekend or 2 o'clock in the morning. If a report comes through at that time and it's a serious safety concern, such as someone may harm themselves, that service will now notify our local police department too. This is another partnership that we maintain with our local Lindenwold police force. At Lindenwold High School, we have added additional safety desk monitors. They man our security desk after hours. Believe it or not, we even invited representatives from the Department of New Jersey Homeland Security to visit our schools. In 2022 and 2023, representatives observed each of our schools at 4, 5, middle, and high. They observed us conducting our drills. They also tabletopped with us and debriefed after their observations. Finally, whenever we feel it is necessary, we will always partner with our local police department and provide an increased police presence when needed. As I mentioned before, any student community member or family can report a HIB concern. That's a concern about harassment, intimidation, and bullying. You can always find that link on our website. However, you can also report by emailing anyone in our schools or calling anyone in our schools too. Our motto is, if you see something, please say something. We cannot address matters that we do not know. Oftentimes, we do not know about things until conflict is already present. We have added safety vestibules in each of our schools back in the summer of 2022. This summer in 2024, we are enhancing the safety vestibule at the Lindenwold High School by adding a transaction window too. Our camera system inside and outside of our buildings are always being updated and managed. We are looking to add even more cameras this summer too. Over the last 2 years, we have updated our technology lines as well. We also began piloting our vape sensors at the high school in the bathrooms. These sensors are so sensitive that they actually have the capacity to even notify us when there is aggressive motion in our bathrooms. Finally, we are building and opening our new Early Childhood Center. How will this help with safety? Well, it will allow us to move an entire grade level out of the middle school. So approximately 200 less students or 250 less students will be housed in our middle school as of September 2025. Our 5th grade will be returning to an elementary school structure. Please take time to visit our counseling and mental health pages on our website too. You will learn more about these services. We employ guidance counselors and a substance abuse counselor and a mental health clinician in our schools. We also contract with First Children's Services since 2021, and we welcome contracted therapists into our schools to support our children. At the start of this school year, we established a crisis team in each building. And in addition to the Children's First Services, we now benefit from the NJ4S grant through the Center of Family Services. These services provide Tier 1, 2, and 3 mental health, group problem solving and conflict resolution supports at our middle school. Finally, each year we train our staff in Handle with Care techniques. This past summer in 2023, we trained or retrained 46 staff members. Our trainer is also one of our staff members. We make sure we continue to recertify our trainers so we always have a trainer on site. As many of you may have heard, we have been involved in restorative justice training since 2022. We actually participated in a Train the Trainer model so we can keep this practice going. We received a grant and partnered with the International Institute for Restorative Practices from 2021 to 2023. Since 2023, we have added superintendent reentry meetings for students returning to school from suspensions that involve fights, substance abuse, or other serious level offenses. We recently issued a request for proposal for a secondary positive behavior supports in schools consultant to assist with our disciplinary practices at the secondary level. And finally, both the middle school and high school have implemented hallway sweeps to ensure students are where they are supposed to be in class at all times. If that's not enough, we also tackle these issues in our curriculum. Since 2021, our preschool through elementary students have engaged in Move This World curriculum, which is based on the learnings of the now infamous Castle study. If you know an elementary age student, please ask them to tell you about their emojis. In Lindenwold High School and over in Lindenwold Middle School in the summer of 2023, we revamped our character education classes. We call it Lions Way at Lindenwold Middle School and Freshman Seminar at Lindenwold High School. We are also embedding information about college and careers through Naviance, as young as 5th grade right now, with the goal of moving down to 3rd grade this spring. It's important that our students realize if they want to go to college, they can go to college, and we can assist along that journey. It's also important for students to aim for their personal career goals. What do they want to do when they graduate and leave our schools? We now have a Teen PEP program at the high school, which stands for Teen Education Prevention. In fact, we received the Outstanding Family Night Award last spring. This program involves students teaching other students about safe relationship behaviors. What many people may not know is that Lindenwold High School requires students to execute a total of 40 hours of community service before they graduate. Giving back to others is another essential point of learning. It's actually known as service leadership skills. We do offer mentoring programs. Our Lindenwold Middle School mentors are our adults through the Lions Den program. And at Lindenwold High School, our students apply and are selected to be mentors to mentor our freshman students. Like many high schools and middle schools, we offer the Renaissance program, student government, PBSIS programming in all of our schools. PBSIS stands for Positive Behavior in Schools Support System. In 2023 and 2024, we also initiated an evening school program. This program provides students with an alternative way to learn in grades 7 through 12. We offer our students their grade level academics in a smaller setting, while also providing daily counseling support and targeted instruction from our instructional coaches. In this program, our students benefit from a therapeutic dog program 2 times a month, art class, physical education classes, and they also engage in monthly community service activities. In this program, we are also piloting the Yonder pouches for student cell phone use too. If this is successful, we may consider pushing it out to our day program. Lindenwold Schools takes advantage of every grant opportunity that we can manage. We are currently engaged in mental health counseling grant opportunities, the Stop It App website grant, the New Jersey Child Assault Prevention Grant, and Restorative Justice Grant provided to us with on-site trainers and trained staff in restorative practices. All administrators are embedding restorative practices into their disciplinary practices where appropriate. We are also partnering with the Lindenwold Police Department to offer an after-school gaming program with our local police officers here at our middle school. This program is expected to begin this March or April of 2024. Regarding our policies and practices, we participated in the Lifelines grant over the past 2 years, which supported our crisis intervention policy development, practices, and procedures. We also modified some of our guidelines for student conduct. For example, for indoor events, we now require middle school students to be accompanied by an adult when attending a high school event. If a younger student is not accompanied by an adult, that student, unfortunately, will not be welcome to attend that high school evening activity or that athletic event. At the middle school, we now stagger our daily schedules to ensure there are less students in the hallway transitioning at any given time, and our middle school students are no longer permitted to have access to their cell phones during the school day. If staff observes cell phone use, the cell phone is confiscated and a parent must come to pick the cell phone up at school. We will not release that cell phone back to the student. So this is all that we have been doing to address student behavior concerns in our schools. We will continue to focus on the school responses and proactive planning. However, as I said in the beginning, we cannot do this alone. We often find ourselves battling issues that originated outside of our schools or within our community. So what can you do to assist us? First and most importantly, we need our families to support us in reinforcing the importance of talking out issues. If your child is new to this strategy, please come to an adult. We will assist in this process. While we are unable to bring adult community members together to work things out, we can bring students together in a safe space before a conflict escalates. Please help us by reinforcing the walking away concept whenever possible. Violence is never the answer. It's also important to refrain from contributing to the conflict or the drama. If one person wants you to fight their battles for them, that's not being a friend. If someone wants you to share text messages or screenshots or videos, Again, that's not being a friend. If you know something is going to hurt someone's feelings and you share it anyway, you are now involved and part of the problem when something goes wrong. When you find yourself in a situation online, whether it's on your phone, on an app, on notes, screenshot it. Block that person and immediately report it. You can use the Stop It app to upload anything you want, and you can also report it anonymously. If you see something, say something. If it is you or someone else that you care about, then show that you care by protecting them. If you find you are stressed engaging with others on social media, then get off social media. You do not have to be surrounded by that negativity 24/7 if you simply just turn off your phone. It's important that you prioritize your mental health. And please, please, please stop sharing your passwords with others. More and more we are seeing others responding as you on a social media platform. This isn't safe and it can ruin friendships. Stop sharing your location, stop sharing your access, and protect yourself. Last but not least, I need everyone in every home and in every corner of our community encouraging others to be an upstander and not a bystander. Stop being someone else's entertainment. Step in by getting help. It's not funny. It's not a game. If you are standing around and watching two people being unkind or unsafe with one another and you do nothing, you are part of the problem. Go and get an adult and get help. I need everyone at home and everyone at school to help and echo these strategies. If you love your friends, then love them enough to keep them safe. For those of you who stayed with me through this, I thank you. This is important. It's important to know what we are doing, but we cannot do this alone. It takes a village. It takes everyone being on the same page. We cannot send different messages, and more than ever, we all need to talk about how we can help our children learn once again how to interact with each other in a safe way. This concludes this edition of the Lions Minute. Until next time.